Hello, Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun friends. It is Christy from the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen. Back by popular demand, I am doing a recipe for y'all. It's been some time. It's a crock pot recipe. Today we are actually going to be making an experiment. I am taking my Chicago style Italian beef sandwich recipe and converting it into a Chicago style Italian beef tips and gravy recipe. So y'all are gonna find out if this is good along with us, because I don't know. It's just something I've been wanting to try and experiment with, and so I thought I would take you guys along with me. So this is a crock pot recipe. It is super easy, and you just let it go, and then at the end you're going to thicken it with a little bit of the cornstarch slurry. So I've got my 6-quart crock pot. I've got about 3.5 pounds of beef stew meat, which we had frozen and thawed. And then I've got salt and pepper to taste. I've got Italian seasoning. I've got a package of Italian seasoning salad dressing mix. I've got a can of stewed tomatoes with the Italian spices, and I've got 2 peppers. I've got a green and a yellow. You can use 2 green, you can choose 2 yellow. If you don't like peppers, you can leave it out, but I don't recommend it. And we're gonna dump all of it in here except for the peppers and make this delicious. Well, I hope it's delicious. It should be delicious because the original recipe for sandwiches is delicious. I'm just modifying a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna show you a close-up of what I'm doing here, because better you see what I'm doing than to see my pretty face right now. I'm gonna go ahead and dump my stew meat into the crock pot. Some of the blood has separated from the stew meat, and that's okay. But I'm not gonna take it out of there because that's part of the flavor. Break that up. It was, a couple pieces are still slightly frozen. Quick wash my hands. All right, so I am a big believer in always salt and peppering first. Now, this recipe doesn't need a lot of extra salt just because of the Italian seasoning mix. That's got salt in it. All right, give that a little mix around. All right, so next, and I forgot to mention garlic, but I'm gonna do a big old nice tablespoon of minced garlic. Of course, you can mince it yourself if you want, but today it's Good Friday. We're gonna eat with the family. We're gonna take this over to Emily and Nathan's and eat together, and maybe they will tell us what they think of the recipe. So I've mixed in my garlic. All right, so Italian seasoning mix. This is the Pampered Chef Italian seasoning mix. Now, yes, we are using Italian seasoning dressing, Italian dressing mix, but the whole point of this whole dish is Italian. So we're gonna add a little bit more Italian seasoning. I would say there was probably about 2 more teaspoons. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in my seasoned tomatoes. Now, this is not part of the original sandwich recipe. This is one of the modifications I am making to kind of make this into a beef tips, an Italian beef tips and gravy. I see my precious husband is behind the camera, and I think he's about to be a wise guy.
No, no wise guy. I'm curious, of course.
Oh, okay. Here is the Italian dressing mix, and I do buy the Good Seasons brand. It is the best. Now, if you wanted to cut this recipe in half, I would probably only use half of that packet and half of the amount of Italian seasoning, but I would go ahead and use everything else. But since we're feeding a few of us tonight, all right, so this is gonna be it for now. I'm gonna put my lid on it and cook it on high. I'm gonna start at 3 hours, which I think is gonna be just about enough, and see if I think it's done. And then I'm going to add sliced peppers. So we will come back in about 3 hours through the magic of YouTube TV and we'll see what's cooking. Okay, it has been about 3 hours. I did test the meat about 30 minutes ago. It's done, but not quite tender enough. And I did add about another half a teaspoon of salt, but otherwise the flavor is working along well. So as you saw, I sliced up these peppers and I'm just gonna mix them in. And then, once we got that mixed real good, we're gonna put the lid back on and cook for about another hour on high and see how everything looks then. Super simple and it smells amazing. I think the experiment will be a success. We are fixing to load up and head to the kids with dinner. And I wanted to show you how the gravy set up after about another hour of cooking. And I think the beef is just a nice tender right now. But it's a thin gravy. It's not a real thick gravy. You don't want it to be a thick gravy. And I gotta tell you, I took a bite and I'm pretty sure the experiment is a success. But we'll let the others be the judge. We have the family table. Everyone is here except Mama Emily. Baby decided he needed his dinner right now. Dawn and Nathan and Brooksy. But we got all kinds of yumminess here, and everybody gonna let us know if it's awesome or gross. This is the Chicago style beef tips and gravy.
And gravy.
Boo Boo wants to be in his little house back there and
Boo Boo does.
Be in the shot. I'll be honest, this is an experiment.
The tomatoes make that.
The tomatoes, okay.
The tomatoes make that.
It's interesting.
I like it. It's very good.
Does it resemble a sandwich, only not a sandwich?
No. I don't feel like it. I mean, the taste does.
Right.
But, believe it or not, I think I like this better.
Okay. Somehow I expected that from you. You're more of a meat and taters kind of guy than a sandwich.
Meat and taters.
Mama Emily and baby boy have joined us for dinner.
Yep.
Because he had his dinner. Look at the baby boy. Oh, almost smiles there. Almost smiles. It's his first Good Friday.
Yep.
Grammy is done with her dinner, so I have the baby boy. Peppa, who you have? You have the baby boy.
Got my baby.
So what are your final thoughts on the Italian beef tips and gravy?
I lost train of thought. I have baby.
You have the baby.
I have baby. I have lost.
You already
train of
gave your thoughts.
It's very good. It's a very good meal.
Would you eat it again?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'd eat that.
Okay.
I'm a fan of beef stew anyway, and that's like beef stew on a Chicago Italian level.
It's like Italian beef stew.
It is
sense, I guess.
over mashed potatoes.
Right. How about you, sir?
Yeah, it was good. Definitely a do-over. It was kind of stew. If you added like carrots to it, it would be more of a traditional stew. But it was good the way
It was more like an Italian feel.
That's right. Very good.
All right, Nathan, you ate it all, so.
It was good. I mean, flavor was good. Just for me personally, texture. I mean, I don't know. It's just I've never had that before, so I was just like
A little different.
a little different. But no, it wasn't bad by no means. It was just
It was different.
texture
Yeah.
than what you might have expected. But yeah.
You mean with the peppers?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Gotcha.
again, though.
And you?
It was alright. I'm just kidding.
Typical.
I'm not like a huge fan of like beef and
Right.
like beef stew, but I really like the mashed potatoes and gravy. The
So the
tomatoes was weird. I never had tomatoes in like a stew form.
Okay. Well, it was different, but I really liked it.
It was good. I said I just needed a little bit more salt, but
Right.
like it could be my taste buds too.
No, we can always salt at the table. I'd rather.
But I'm
Not too much salt.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, and the flavor in that was really good.
Yeah, so it was like Italian mashed potatoes and gravy with beef thrown in and peppers. Okay. Well, I would call it a success. And just one more of that, because, well,
Don't forget your other grandchild.
my other grandchild is in his crate right now, biting Grandpa's
Harley.
jacket.
Because he smells snacks in the pocket.
He's smart. He knows where the snacks.
So for Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun family night here on Good Friday 2024, we are signing off. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. Hit that notification bell. And we will see you next time.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Bye.